Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 96 of our Enigmatica 6 Expert Let's Play series, where today we are setting up infrastructure so that we can start milking the pink wither. Yep, we're milking the wither today. And yes, I do know that I have two andesite alloys in my drawers here. Yeah, that was my bad. I messed that up, and basically at this point I don't care to fix it because we've got like so much. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, let's start the episode. Hello my friends, and welcome to another wonderful night here in the world of TheAndrata, in which today we are going to continue working on our stuff and our things that we have to work on, as is always the case. So let's pop inside and talk about a few things that we got going on. Last episode, if I remember correctly, it's been a few days since I recorded, but I kicked it off with us working towards getting our fluid drill, or our laser drills and our fluid laser base, right? The laser base. And if we take a look at our handy dandy backpack, you're going to see we have all of the stuff that we now need for this. Took a little while for these basic induction cells and the laser drills to actually do all the crafting and everything, but overall I just basically sat there and waited and AFK'd and let it do its thing, and we ended up with everything that we needed fairly simply. Real quick, I do want to point out behind here, there's a little gap here you're going to see on our pattern grid. We have a exporter set up here that is set to export patterns with a crafting upgrade. And what this does is it makes it so that our pattern grid always has patterns available to us in the grid, because I keep making a ton of patterns and I keep running out of them and I keep having to manually craft them all, and it's driving me nuts. So yeah, we now have that. Someone mentioned that to me a couple series ago. I don't even remember, maybe in FTB Ocean Block possibly, to do that, and it was a fairly genius idea. And so I was like, hey, like it, I love it, we're gonna do that, and it actually makes things a lot easier. You don't have to worry about crafting patterns. You will always have patterns available to you, as long as you have the resources, obviously, to be able to maintain pattern crafting. But since it is nighttime, let's go ahead and pop up to our Astral Sorcery Temple up here, or our Starlight Crafting Altar, and go ahead and get this craft done before, you know, we run out of starlight or anything, and then we can work on other stuff this episode. So we have a full starlight crafting table over here. It's fantastic. I took my fluid laser base off of my hotbar, but that's okay. We can add it right back. You're going to see here that I have some otherworld goggles. I was going through quests and seeing what quests we needed to complete just to get ourselves caught up. And I made these because we had already made the infused lens. So we have a set of otherworld goggles available to us. They basically allow us to see into the demon world with our demon's dream fruit without having to actually eat the demon's dream fruit. However, in order to interact with the blocks, we still need to, you know, do the eating part and everything. But anyway, let's go ahead and craft this up. Let me get my handy dandy resonating wand ready. So we're going to do 3 of these crafts to get us our fluid laser bases, and then we have our laser drills available to us to do the things that we need to do there too. Now we do have 3 laser drills. I made the extra one because I was going to do the crafting, or do the oil pumping with the fluid laser drill. It's not 100% necessary now since we have our pump jack sitting over there. Eventually that pump jack will run dry though. Oh, we don't have a lot of time. Let me go quick. Go before we run out of starlight. It's going down. The moon is setting. We should be okay though. This craft should not fail. Yeah, let me start it. Come on, buddy. There we go. Okay, cool. So now we have 3 fluid laser bases, and that's not a quest. You would think the fluid laser would be a quest, but apparently not. What the hey doodle hey? Yeah, I guess not. There's the mycelial reactor and everything, but no lasering. Okay, well, that's okay. I don't need quest rewards anyway. I just want them. By the way, I set my hammock up here. Anyway, so yeah, so that takes care of that. We're gonna go ahead and pop down into our basement. You're gonna notice I made another elevator. I moved this over here because we're starting to run out of room down here for our stuff. Our elevator used to be here, and then coming down here and then having these machines here was just a little bit awkward. So I decided not to have that there anymore. I put it over here because we added a magma crucible over here. that is set to get molten compressed iron. That way I can make upgrades. One of these bad boys. So the light gray or the reinforced stone requires molten compressed iron. And then I have upgrades queued off for all of the things, even though we can't make all of these. Like this is these tier 2 add-ons and stuff, and these things we can't make them yet, but I figure I'll teach the system how, so that when we get to that point we can. We probably could make them. It's just not going to be easy. It's going to require a lot of manual work, and then we don't really have a lot of essence available to us. 32 buckets after all of the crafting is done. So yeah, we'll leave it off, leave it as is, and we're good to go. Let's see, did I do anything else in between episodes? I don't believe so. It was mainly getting that stuff set up over there. I did get some upgrades. Oh, I want to talk about something real quick. So if we take a look at our mechanism stuff, right? We have our enrichment chamber and our infusers and everything, and we have them set up perfectly. What I would like to do soon is to get these basic tier installers to get in there to make them faster, because basically by doing this, what happens is each of our machines, so for example our enrichment chamber down here, if you've never played with mechanism before, the enrichment chamber has 1 slot. When we upgrade this to an enriching factory, it then gains 2 more slots, I believe 3 slots total, which will allow it to essentially 3x any processes. Keeping in mind, it does require 3 times the amount of power to do so, but it gets you extra, processes. And then as we go up in tiers, you get more and more slots to be able to do stuff with. However, in order to make these, we have everything available to us except for these module bases from Mechanism. And these module bases require HDPE, which requires us to set up an enrichment chamber to enrich HDPE into HDPE sheets, which requires us to get a PRC with ethylene and oxygen. Now, the oxygen part is fairly simple. We can get a... Nope, I did not mean to click that button. We can get oxygen from an electrolytic separator here with water. That'll get us hydrogen and oxygen. The ethylene, though, is going to be the more complicated part, I guess you could say. But that's going to be a PRC with water and hydrogen with some sort of biofuel and a substrate. And then biofuel is crushing some sort of plant, which generally melon slices is the best way to do it, because each melon that you grow can get you 9 melon slices. So, yeah. But anyway, we got a lot of work to do before we can get there, because I don't believe... we could probably make this. Yeah, we can make this now. Requires some marine fabric from thermal. That's fairly easy. What about a pressurized reaction chamber? All stuff that we have seen before. Chemical tank. Yeah, we can make that happen. And how about a crusher from Mechanism? Yeah, all doable. Definitely doable. So this is going to require... Oh, okay. No, yeah, you're just the filter upgrades. All doable. So we'll definitely get to this point. They're going to be very power hungry. They're power hungry in normal modded Minecraft. So I imagine in this pack, their power usage is bumped up. Again, we have 500,000 RF, but like if we look at our refined storage system, we're using, 15,000 here. When our dissolution chamber runs, it uses 25,000. When our enrichment chamber runs, like if I request... Let's request some HOP graphite dust. It should pulverize that fairly quickly. You're using 160 RF, but then you're going to be using 8,000 RF just to do that one little craft. 8,000 RF. And I believe I even upgraded this. This has speed and energy upgrades, and that's 8,000 RF in there. So yeah, it's going to take me a while to get used to the fact that this is over here now. But yeah, it's power hungry. So even though we have 500K, we're going to use most of that. So yeah, with all that being said, let's take a look at what we have in our backpack. So we have our fluid laser base and we have our laser drills here. And we need one of each of these for each of our stuff. So we're going to need to milk our pink wither. We're going to need to milk a regular wither, and then we have an extra one for whatever we decide we want to use this for. We can get essence, which is great. We can get blazing blood. Pink slime is made with a pink wither lens, but we have to put it over the pink wither, so that makes sense. We're also going to need to make this pink wither lens. Don't let me forget that. Let's see. Liquid starlight can be mined. Lava... Ether gas, we're going to need that eventually too. We can get life essence from blood magic over a villager. That's kind of nice. A bucket per. but it can only be done in the nether. Let's see, what else do we have? That's it. That's basically it. And then it's used to make a fluid drill package, which is used to make the engineering school upgrades. Cool. So yeah, basically what we're going to do, we need ether gas, we need pink slime, and then we'll have an extra one for anything else that comes up, or if we want to set up a second one. And then the ether gas one for the wither is going to be kind of sort of a pain to start with until we can get to the stasis chamber. Now the stasis chamber, as far as I know, uses a ton of power, so we're not going to go straight to this, but we might. We may. 100 turtles? Is that what this is saying? I've never used these syringes before. Is that saying I need to get 100 endermen or what in this? Infused diamond is a lot of RF, but nothing too crazy. Yeah, we may be able to make this stasis chamber. The advantage with making a stasis chamber to milk your wither is it locks it in place, removes the health bar, and yeah, you can basically just set it and forget it, but it uses a ton of power, and we're talking a ton of power. A ton of power normally, so even more so in this. But anyway, so let's go ahead and get our pink wither. I believe it should be in here in a bottle. Oh, look, perfect. Grab the exact right one. So we have our fluid laser base, our laser drill, our pink wither. Can the pink wither sit in a seat? I doubt it. I doubt it's going to be able to sit in a seat, so we're going to have to trap it in a cage and milk it that way. And what I would like to do is put this somewhere where I don't have to see it or bother with it, but still stay within the same dimension, so I can use an can I get ender tanks? Do I have the stuff I would need for 2 ender tanks? Yeah, I can do this. We could put it in the end. We can put the pink wither and then the regular wither in the end. That way I don't ever have to look at them. They can sit over there. And then honestly, that would remove the need for the stasis chamber, because I wouldn't have to worry about the hot bar sitting, or the wither's boss bar sitting up here at all, because it'd be in the end. And then if I'm in the end, I really don't care, because it's not like I'm going over there very often. So let's grab our ender tanks. Probably should have taught it. Oh, I probably should have grabbed some other dye, but let's grab some pink dye. Best way to do this is probably teach the system how to do it. We have an enrichment chamber downstairs that can convert this over to 3 pink dye. So let's do this. And look, bam, immediately back up to 64. We're going to find our enriching chamber. This is our infusing enrichment chamber, so we don't want that one. We just want our regular enrichment chamber. And look, I already have dyes in here. Give me some pink dye. Should be fairly quick. And actually, you know what? I'm going to need 2 sets of this, because we have 2 ender tanks that need to be pinked. Bam. And honestly, the tank that we have downstairs for lava, really, I had that lava pumping from the nether. I really don't need it. Our magma crucible is making us lava, and it stopped working over there. I have a feeling that pump only has like a certain range, and so we got out of range for the pump. And yeah, okay, am I gonna have everything I need to build? Let's actually go back home. Home. I want some of that panzer glass that's witherproof. Not that the pink wither is going to escape on us, but just to be safe, I'll have this here. And then yeah, something like that. So let's go end portal. Jump into here. Find our way out, ignoring the shulkers that are here. So we can go ahead and set this up somewhere like over here. It really doesn't make too much of a difference where. As long as I just make sure I stay within a singular chunk for this, we'll be okay. And eventually we'll build a wither killer out here too, so that way we can get nether stars on demand. But let's go ahead and get ourselves a little box here. Now, the pink wither, size-wise, is it going to fit? If I do this in a 1x1, will it fit? I guess we'll find out. Like, obviously, he's pretty tall, but I did shrink it down, right? Because the fluid milker, or the fluid laser base, the wither milker has to be directly above the entity. So I want to do something like this. Bam. Are you okay in there? Now, are you going to despawn? That's going to be, he'll be okay right there, but is it going to despawn at all? It is name tagged. It's named like Panzer or something like that. Something interesting. But I don't want it to despawn. And I'm afraid like if I leave, it will. Luckily, yeah, see, look, it's named. It is name tagged, like, so it should be okay. Let's capture him again. Let's go home. I'm going to grab a create seat. I don't know if it can sit in the seat, but for my sanity, I'm just going to grab one just to be safe. Though it is name tagged, so it should be okay. I don't want to have to do the whole crafting process again. Where are these guys? There are shulkers in here somewhere. There you are. There's one. And apparently there's another one somewhere around here. But he's not aggressive to me right now, so it's okay. All right, so let's put this here, and then we'll put the wither dude here. And it kind of sort of looks like he's sitting there, don't it? Yeah, we'll go for it. Sure. Okay, so then we're going to go ahead and build our way up here. We're going to break this block because we just need to be able to access this because it doesn't have any, we don't have the laser lens in here yet or anything. So we're going to have to go back for that. I added it to my to-do list and then completely forgot about it. But if we set up our laser drill and then we rotate it, you need to set these up. Really? You don't want to rotate? You're going to be like that? Usually the refined storage wrench can rotate most blocks. Let's do this, and then this. You're still facing the wrong way, though, aren't you? Bam. No, come on. Yeah, I need that to be on the other side. Can you... There we go. Now it's wanting to rotate. There we go. Okay. So now this is valid, except for the fact that it's going to need power, which I don't need to access there. I need to access from here. And then we're going to need our ender tank, which will sit on top of here. But it'll be pink, pink, pink. Pink, pink, pink for pink slime. And then we're going to have the power sit. Oh, I forgot. Power entangled blocks doesn't allow me to transfer this across dimensions. Okay. All right, that's going to be an issue. All right, I'm going to tear this down. We're going to build this back in the base until we get wireless, like proper... hello? My bottle? Until we get proper wireless power, I'm not going to be able to build this out here. I completely forgot about that. Give me that back. We'll be back. I'm gonna move this back home. Okay, back over home in our home area. I decided to use that little structure that we had over here. I just figure I'll just plop it over here, and then we can do the regular wither over on this side. And that way they're kind of out of the way of our base, but they're not like, too far out of the way. So we got it set up. Power is going into our laser drill here, so it's doing its thing, and it's doing the thing. However, again, we don't have that pink laser lens yet in here, so we're going to need to put this in there before we can do anything. The important thing to note when you are here is that the pink laser lens can work at a Y level of 1 to Y level 256, and that is not your physical Y level. That is the Y level of the machine. So you can change the depth here down to where you want it to mine from. So that's one very important thing to note. And then also right here, whitelisted biomes. This tells you what biomes you are allowed to do this in and which biomes you are not allowed to do this in, which actually it looks like we can't do this in the end anyway, because I see like purple peaks and stuff like that. That shadow forest, those are end things. So having this in the end wasn't going to work for us anyway. So yeah. We can't shove it into the end. It's okay, whatever. We'll survive without being able to do that. Especially since it's over there, we don't have to worry about it, and it's going to do its own thing. So let's teach our system how to make this pink laser lens real quick. Our dissolution chamber is already set up to be successful with laser lenses. So we just need to add another crafter. Goodness gracious, that dissolution chamber uses a lot of stuff, don't it? We're missing sky slime crystals because sky slime is a blasting recipe, and I keep forgetting to make extra. I keep just using all of them. But we blast this into sky slime or blast furnace this over. And I've been using my furnace over here. Yeah. I just keep forgetting to either automate this, get this dry rubber out. Oh, and it looks like I used all my coal coke too. Just throw that there. Grab one of these, and we'll let that whole stack cook down. It's just I use them so often. There we go. Okay, you go away. Plastic, dry rubber, a crafter. That's what we were doing. The nice thing is the system knows how to make everything else now, including sparks, including destruction cores, construction cores, everything. So it should be fairly quick that we can get these. And honestly, we should be able to. I keep forgetting. It's going to be a long while before I remember that I moved this over here. This is the third one that we're adding to this, by the way. There we go. It shouldn't be terribly too long until we can get iron crafters. The system knows how to make these neural processors. This should be fairly simple. Wixie charms, I have the system taught in the enchanting apparatus, and it's really not anything too difficult. I'm just going to have to make some of these glyphs of craft ahead of time because I don't have the glyph press automated. I probably could with like a modular router or something, but we'll see where we end up. It's just these advanced control circuits that we don't have yet because we don't have reinforced slates available in the system. I did bring mine over from our blood magic area. I just need to teach the system how to do with it, how to actually craft them, or really how to keep some in stock, because crafting them on demand isn't going to happen. But we need to get our Botania stuff, our blood magic stuff moved over, a ritual set up to get us infinite blood essence, and all of that good stuff. So yeah, it'll be soon, but you know, as I always say, soon. That's my slogan, right? Soon. I should trademark that. So if we pop into here and fall down to the bottom, I thought I stopped. Apparently there's still a skeleton spawner somewhere in here. I thought I got rid of all the spawners. Does my scanner still have spawners in there, or did I remove spawners from this? Loot chest. Yeah, I may oh, loot chest I haven't ever opened. Nothing in it. I may have removed spawners from this because I ran out of room in my thing for what I can do. But anyway, if we come up in here and we give this our pink laser lens now, as soon as this finishes, which it's very slow, but it should get some pink fluid in here. Hey, and look, we did it. And you heard him get hurt. Having it at our speed that we're at now is perfectly fine. The pink wither should be okay, and our regular wither, when we set that up, should also be okay with this. If you start adding more laser drills and more efficiency upgrades, you can get to the point where you damage them so much it will actually kill the wither. So just something to keep in mind. You want to be careful when you're doing this that you don't accidentally kill your wither. And if you use the stasis chamber, it actually heals the wither as well as it takes damage. So yeah, just something to keep in mind there. So what we want to do is go ahead and build another one of these. I'm a little concerned though, because last time I did this, it escaped, and we got to make sure that he stays in like the little block space. So because it has to stay above him. Now, does it have to be like directly above, or like does it have a little bit of flex room? Is there a yeah? There's no area that it operates on. So like this is directly above the wither. So maybe now that we're getting pink slime, maybe getting myself a stasis chamber is going to be a good idea, because we'll be able to get molten pink slime. We actually could get almost, I mean, we just need a couple more iterations of this, which I'm actually going to go ahead and industrial foregoing. I should have one of each add-on, because I had to craft one of each add-on in order to teach the system the second tier, because it doesn't recognize these speed tier 1. Look, it's still doing it. It's saying I need a add-on speed tier 1. The system knows how to make them. I got to teach the recipe. So it's, yeah, I don't understand. I don't know why. These things have NBT data, apparently. This one works. The efficiency one works. These ones don't. We'll figure it out later. But we want to put these into here, and this will just make them faster, which makes this faster. I don't think we can put them into here, can we? Oh, we can. efficiency and processing. Oh, so now it'll actually do 2, and we can do a speed upgrade in here. And processing and efficiency. Did that take all 3? We need more sky slime. Let's do a what is that? It's not portal. What are those things called? Traveling an anchor. Yeah, travel anchor. That thing. Let's put this here. Here are wither milkers. Bam. Okay. So now I can come back over here. So I wanted to go to my factory and go grab those sky slime crystals that I cooked up. Man, you are the slowest thing in the world. Oh, you ran out of room for the slag. Figures. So let's get a processing, and it was an efficiency. What are we missing? I'm missing essence. Okay, well, we'll get processing, which is kind of better anyway than efficiency. Wither milkers. All right, well, whenever that finishes, I'll add it in here. And then our next goal is going to be, we'll get our stasis chamber and get the regular wither set up, so that way we can start getting ether gas in our system. So I'm going to go ahead and set up back home a tank for us to store all of this. Man, again, it's going to take me forever to remember that. A tank to store all of our stuff. We have a lot of fluids in our system, by the way. But we're going to get a tank here to store the pink slime, and we'll get one for the ether gas. I'll have that ready to go. And then we're just I'm going to swap out. Where is it? You know what? I was going to say, I could just let refined storage handle it now then. Since we have a interim storage, we don't need this, and we don't need this, and we don't need this. I could just have refined storage import from our other tank. Let's just do this. We can have refined storage import from this tank. And since it's going to import, I'll set it to have a priority to import into one of these drawers, so that way it doesn't end up in the 64K fluid storage block. And really, the 64K storage block, someone mentioned that I could actually upgrade that, because it says I can take the thing out, but I don't think this is not a disk drive. This is an actual storage block. So that's actually crafted up as is, as it's going to be. But anyway, look at that. We already got 300 millibuckets of this. We're sitting pretty. Once we get 1 bucket of this, I can go ahead and make our stasis chamber. So we need to figure this whole thing out here. How do these syringes work, and what do we need to do to get them going? But that is a question for next episode. If you enjoyed, please feel free and like, comment, subscribe. I do appreciate it, and it really does help out the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.